Rana Basharat Ali Khan urges immediate action as 2024 becomes hottest year on record. Rana Basharat Ali Khan, chairman of the international human rights movement, expresses profound concern over the recent confirmation that 2024 was the hottest year on record, with global temperatures exceeding 1.5 C above pre-industrial levels for the first time. The unprecedented rise in global temperatures is not merely a statistic. It represents a dire threat to human rights worldwide, stated Khan. Climate change exacerbates inequalities, endangers livelihoods, and undermines the fundamental rights to life, health, and security. The international human rights movement has long advocated for integrating human rights considerations into climate action, emphasizing that the climate crisis is inherently a matter of justice. The recent data underscores the urgency of this approach, highlighting the disproportionate impact of climate change on marginalized and vulnerable communities. In 2024, the world witnessed a series of climate-related disasters, including deadly wildfires in Los Angeles and widespread flooding in Nepal, Sudan, and Spain, resulting in significant loss of life and displacement. These events exemplify the immediate and tangible effects of global warming on human populations. We are at a critical juncture, Khan continued. The surpassing of the 1.5 C threshold, even temporarily, signals a failure to meet the target set by the Paris Agreement and calls for a reevaluation of our strategies. It is imperative that nations not only reaffirm their commitments but also implement robust policies that prioritize human rights in climate action. The international human rights movement calls on governments, civil society, and the international community to strengthen climate commitments, enhance nationally determined contributions, and cease to achieve more ambitious emission reduction targets, ensure climate justice, develop and implement policies that address the needs of those most affected by climate change, ensuring equitable access to resources and decision-making processes, promote sustainable practices, invest in renewable energy and sustainable infrastructure to mitigate further environmental degradation. The time for action is now, concluded Khan. We owe it to future generations to address this crisis with the urgency and commitment it demands, ensuring that our planet remains habitable and just for all. The international human rights movement remains steadfast in its mission to advocate for the protection and promotion of human rights globally, recognizing the intrinsic link between a healthy environment and the realization of these rights.